welcome. Hi, ladies. I think it's going to work. I think I've got everything going okay. I never know all these variables. I'm telling you, it's amazing how much I forget within 2 weeks period of time. But I think we're okay. I think we're live. Let me know if you can hear me. We'll just wait for just a second. Welcome, welcome. We've got some good questions tonight. We'll keep it short and sweet. So it's all good. Hello, everyone. Gainesville, Virginia. Palatine, Illinois. Willis, Texas. 5x5. Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, everybody can hear. A little bit of delay, like 30 seconds. Seems like a long time when you're waiting for 30 seconds. Yes. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. All right, so I'll just jump right in, and then we can decide. And we've had internet worked on since last time. We've had, we should be good. We should be good. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this first picture, and then we'll catch up on the hellos. I can start talking, and then we'll go back and catch up on the hellos. So this first picture was she had sent me some other photos. And everybody was, yeah, happy holidays to everybody. You guys, this is the most fun time of year. It's just such a fun time. It's the spirit of the season. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a little bit. I'll get through the questions, then we can talk a little bit. She wanted what those wrinkles were in the back. And those wrinkles are your shoulder angle. And so you can see what I've done. I've picked up the shoulder angle there. So those wrinkles go away. Her shoulder is more sloped than the pattern. Her shoulder is more sloped than the pattern. So you can see I've drawn it up, not at the neckline, don't make any changes there, just at the edge of the armhole, and then lower the armhole to keep it the same. Don't make any changes to the sleeve. That's the goal. Okay, easy enough. Sunny Florida. Okay, sorry, I keep going back and forth, getting distracted. Okay, so easy enough for everybody? Very simple to do. That's the shoulder angle. So a lot of times you don't even see those problems because they're in the back. You don't really see them, but they're good to know about. Okay. So this is a question regarding they're wanting to make a coat, make a coat for the winter coat. And you can take a pattern like 1900, 1910. You can do any of those. What do you do? What do you change with the sizing? And you just go up in size. But I think what she wants to know is a little more detail. And so I want to give you a little more detail. I don't have a picture for this. I just want to talk about this for a minute. So I think it's really important that you understand that this is where this whole armhole template is very, very important, because if you just keep going up in size, your shoulders get bigger, everything gets bigger, and that's not what you want. What you do want is you want a larger armhole and you want a larger sleeve so that you can put sleeve in sleeve. That's the goal. So you can go up in size as far as armhole and sleeve goes, but where you put that armhole would be at the same place so that you don't keep getting wider and wider. So let's say if I'm using a size 6 normally, I could use a size 7 armhole and sleeve and put that onto my coat, so that I don't necessarily need more circumference. Again, it all depends. There's a lot of variables here, but mainly I need to go over some existing clothing, and that existing clothing, those larger sizes allow me to go over that existing clothing. Okay, so all you're thinking through is circumference. That's really all that's changing is circumference. So you're going to think about that and think about what you need to change circumference-wise. And it's mainly in the sleeve and the armhole, especially when you're layering, especially if you're from those cold winter places. Okay? Very easy to do. Very easy to do. You just got to think that through. Also, there was a question about the webcast Tuesday night. I was doing, in fact, I have on my Chico's shirt that I was doing. And this is my Gallo little top here. But she was asking, I went by the neckline. I chose the neckline I want. But if you choose the neckline you want and the body is too small, then you can't choose the neckline. You have to go with the body first. So the body, you have to do the circumference first and then. But if you have choices, you know, where if the body is really big, and a lot of on these garments that we're buying, these t-shirts, the bodies are really big. They're really full. So I can choose the neckline that I want because there's so much extra in the bodies. And that's when I said to go by the neckline because there was so much extra in the body. And I cut the body down like I chose the neckline I wanted, and I still cut off like 4 inches in the body. So if the body is too small, you'll have to go to, you know, to the body that's right. But as long as you have enough body space, you want to go down until you can pick the neckline that you like. Okay? Okay, next question. And I'm not ignoring everybody. I just want to say Merry Christmas. I think I just always just want to get the questions done, and then we can chat. All right. So, let's look at this picture. She's wanting to add length to a skirt. And this is Nick and Zoe's skirt. 2913 is the pattern number. And she wants to know where to add length. So this is piece number 2 and 3 come together. And then they sew into piece number 1. So they make like these little godets is what happens with this skirt. It's really a cute little skirt. Could go year round. So where you add styling, where you add length is your call. You could add it to piece number 1. You could add it just to the bottom of piece number 2 and 3. It is, you know, this is styling. When you start changing lengths, you are styling and you are changing styling. And so for me to come back in and say, this is how you should do it, you know, that's never going to work because I don't know what styling you want. So just think about that. If you know when you're adding length to number 1, you're changing where those godets come in. If you leave number 1 and add just to number 2 and 3, you're just changing the length of the skirt. You're not changing the upper portion. I think you all understand what I'm saying. You know, it's once you start changing styling, there's really a very wild range of answers that can be correct because that styling, it's styling. I hate those answers. Okay, so this next one here, let me show you this picture. She said, I love this skirt. I want to duplicate this. This is skirt number 2000 in our collection. This is skirt number 2009. It's called Vera's skirt. Adorable. You can see that the skirt actually is on the bias, but the front is on the straight grain. We have fabric for this. It's just cute as can be. I couldn't agree more. It's just adorable. So 2009 is called Vera's skirt. Make the skirt panels themselves on the bias, which I would give an extra yard for something like that. You're going to need a little extra yardage. But then you can see the front facing is done straight grain. And especially when it's worn with something like this, I think it's just a great combination. Very easily done and just cute. Just cute as can be. Okay. Okay, next question. On cape number 98, this is called Fifth Avenue cape. Cape number 98. She didn't want to use a zipper on the back. The zipper, in the back of cape number 98, it has like a section that separates. It has a zipper in there. She didn't want to use a zipper. What could she do instead? No, just sew it up. You don't need to do anything. It will just be split. It's not a big deal. You could put piping in there. You could do a lot of different things, but you could also do nothing. So don't worry about it. Just do nothing, and it will look great. I've done nothing, and it looks really nice. That's on cape number 98. It's called the Fifth Avenue cape. It's a great pattern. Okay. I don't have a photo on this either. This one is, let's see. Oh, I know. She wants to, I'd like to adjust one of your patterns to have some low cut necklines showing décolletage. So she wanted to know how to do that. And could you recommend a pattern? You could really do it to any pattern. All you're going to do, and this is time to use the French curve. So she wants a lower neckline for whatever reason. She wants décolleté showing. So you're going to go and take that French curve and just drop it way down. It can be a V-neck. It can be a rounded neck. Lots of different ways to expose the neckline. If you have an existing neckline that you like, you want to lay the French curve on it and duplicate the numbers. Very easy to copy. Very easy to copy an existing neckline, or you can just go shopping. That new little shorty, you can take that little shorty with you and go shopping, and it's long enough that you can lay it on there and trace the neck edge. So very simple to do, and with any neckline, going lower, higher, whatever you want to do with a neckline, you can do it with that French curve. You know, if I had to give you a neckline off the top of my head, I would probably start with number 115, Anne's top. It's lower, and then you can just take it lower. Take it low, 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 all the way. Okay, next question. She had made 195. 195 is a sweater set. She did it in the size she liked. She did everything she liked. She liked everything about it. Okay. Then she went to a woven, and she made it up in the same size. And she was wondering what she did wrong because it was too wide on her. You can see it's hanging off her shoulder. Didn't do anything wrong. It's just that, you know, we left more room in the pattern than what you like. It's just a styling variation from one to another. So use your template. Make that, you know, if you need the body size, that's okay. But you want to move that up. That, I think the power of the armhole template, the concept of that armhole template is a very powerful one. It really gives you all an unleashing of what you can do, how you can change things, how you can move things. It's a very powerful concept. You can just take an armhole and put it anywhere you want, and the sleeve will still fit. I think it's a very enabling concept for you all to understand and learn. So she's made it up. It's too wide. That's okay. Move it in. On this next picture, you can see where, again, it's too wide. She just doesn't like it this wide, so you can make it narrower. Now, once you've done that, though, don't ever do it wrong again. You know, measure from from seam to seam across your body. Measure how wide it is, and make sure that you like it and can repeat it so that you don't have to make that mistake again. Mistakes are okay. We just want to make sure we understand what mistakes we made so we don't have to do them again. We don't want to have to, you know, there's plenty of mistakes to be made. Let's not make them more than once. All right. Okay, this is pattern number 914. This is Tina's jacket. Her question is concerning that, if you can see, it's asymmetrical, and you can see where the front crosses over, and she was concerned it didn't quite reach the seam when the center front's lined up. And the reason it doesn't quite reach the seam is you've got the zipper in there, and you've got 2 teeth sides and tape of each zipper. So you've got a little bit of leeway as to where those teeth and zipper is, you know, the zipper is going to be inserted and show up. So it can't go all the way, or it would give you a little bit too much room. But either way, I mean, it's close enough, and you can insert the zipper, and you can see that the teeth will align with one another and be together once the teeth are inserted. Okay, so that is 914, the asymmetric. She was going to wear it open anyway, which is not a big deal. She just was curious. But again, I put some allowance in there for the width of the teeth. Remember, there's twice and some tape showing. So I think I put a seam allowance on each side additional for that to be showed. All right, this is the next question, sorry. I'm making some, you guys okay there? Should I check in with you? Okay, you're just hanging out and listening. We'll chat in a little bit. 824, it's the day and night reversible jacket, and her daughter is an A cup, and she wants to know how she accounts for it. Don't account for it. Just do the A cup. Just do the C cup. It will work fine. No worries. Cup sizing and blousing and cup sizing and bra cup sizing is not the same. So even if she's an A cup, she will do fine in that C cup. So no worries. Do the C and she'll be fine. All right. This last question is, it's amazing how fast this time goes, you guys. I swear. This is from wanting to know on the men's pattern, what is the height that we're drafting. Our fit model on the men's patterns is 6'1", and our jeans our shorts, cargo shorts, all of those things are 2 inches below the waist. They're 2 inches below the waist. Now, that doesn't really matter. I mean, I know you wanted to know, and I'm going to answer that question. But that doesn't really matter because it's from the crotch up on whoever you're making it for. So those numbers, you know, like I said, while they're helpful on some reason, in some cases I think they almost throw us off a little bit because they really, you know, it depends on what our person wants to be, what our person wants to wear, or how our person wants that garment to fit. All right, you guys, now we can talk holidays. Let's talk fun stuff. Are you all ready for the holidays? I love the holidays. How come we love the holidays so much? It's just a time about giving. People are so friendly and kind and nice, and somehow I wish they'd be, sometimes, not always, I guess. Sometimes I wish they'd be like this all year long. But anyway, it is a wonderful time. It's a time to just kind of chill out and just relax a little bit, or maybe not. I always do less at the holidays, not more, because I love time, and I never get enough of it. And so it's really wonderful to just feel like I have some time. I don't feel like that yet. Don't get me wrong. We've got a lot of problems behind the scenes, but we're getting there. We're getting there. But what can I answer with, what questions can I answer for you all? We'll open it up and see what questions you all have and what questions I can answer. Oh, no worries. Hello, Georgetown, Texas. There's a lot of little towns in Texas here. Cedar Park. I don't know if Cedar Park's that small, don't get me wrong. But there was another one I saw earlier, and I guess every place has that, but boy, Texas sure has a lot of little towns. Sevierville, Tennessee, that sounds like a little town. Don't know where it is, but Sarcoxie, Mississippi, that sounds like a little town too. Cincinnati, that's our, you guys read about our trip that we're doing to Donna Salyers? I'm excited about this. Donna Salyers is going to bring us behind the scenes. Just finished the Christmas cookie baking. I want some Christmas cookies. Okay, so here's a fitting question. Sorry. Okay, so I would add length if I wanted to make pants closer to the waist. Yes, you would add length above the crotch. You're going to have to add... You're going to have to add above the waist. I love this question. If she's an A cup, why would she use a C cup? Because cup sizing in the bra and cup sizing in a blouse is not the same. So we use it as reference, and there's nothing wrong with using it as a reference, but because it's not the same, it doesn't mean the same. When you're talking about a bra cup, you're talking depth, literal depth of the body, from the rib cage, measurement of the rib cage, measurement of the full bust. You're talking the difference between those two. When you're talking a cup in a jacket, or when you're talking about in a silhouette pattern, you're talking about length and difference between the center length and the side length, and those differences are just not as extreme. So she's not going to measure an A cup in a silhouette pattern jacket. She, even though I say use the cup sizing of your bra, that is just a guide, but that's not literal. So I'm going to say use the C cup. I've even stopped doing the B cup because so many, I can't find a person out there, even though they're a B cup or an A cup in the stores, the B cup, it just doesn't look as good as the C cup does. The C cup looks so much better. So it's ABC cup uses the C, and the D cup uses the D. Okay? I ordered some of the wool fabric, same as the coat you are wearing. This would not need to be lined. No, you definitely don't line it. This is beautiful, you guys. I mean, when you get this is it's reversible. You don't want to line it. You want to take advantage. You want to use it. I mean, I shouldn't tell you what to do. If you want to line it, you could. Sorry. But the fabric is beautiful. You want to take advantage of both sides. The whole beauty of the fabric to me is that it is made to just be single layer and reversible. You'll see when you get it. It's just beautiful. And like I'm wearing 18-19 and I did it just without any facings or linings. And I wore it to the party at the store. And it was nonstop compliments. It was very, very pretty. No, do not line. It's very soft. It's It's just, I don't know how to say it other than it's higher end fabric, and you're going to love it. It's just really pretty. If you take in the waist on the cargo or men's jeans, or if you take in the waist with the cut side pocket, how do you match up the side cutaway pockets? If you take up the waist on the cargo or men's jeans, well, don't take it on the side seam. Just take it right, take it through the middle of the waist, take it through the middle of the pant, and then just take it over to a pivot point. Go down. I know that's hard for you to understand. I mean, you can take it from the side and then just redraw the side. Just put it all back on. But it's probably a little bit easier if you take it from the middle of the panel like a dart. If you go down to the hip line and then cut over to a pivot point at the side seam. And then you don't have to touch the side seam at all. You don't have to redo any of that. Such as the line in the sleeves to make it easier to put over long sleeve tops. I'm not sure I understand that question, you guys. Hey, Elizabeth. Hi from Wisconsin. Rephrase that question, Deborah, so I can understand. Such as lining in the sleeves to make it oh, I see. Oh, I get your question. If you're wearing, yes, it does. So I understand. When I'm wearing this, I thought about I'm wearing a long sleeve t-shirt underneath and I'm wearing it over a long sleeve t-shirt. So it's big enough that the t-shirt goes down very easily. If you are worried or like things and you're wearing them layered and you want to wear a top underneath it, then yes, you could line the sleeves so that whatever you're putting down that sleeve goes in easier. No question. You could just do 2 layers of the sleeve and make it work. A lot of men's jackets, the sleeves are half lined. You could do it that way. Lots of variables. I don't have any magic answer for that. I think you just have to look at what you like and do it, do the way you like it done. I typically don't wear a sleeve and sleeve, although I'm wearing a sleeve and sleeve. I like it. I like it because it's appropriate for this garment and it's warm. Good afternoon from New Zealand. Hi, New Zealand. When making a lining for the fur jacket 924, would you use the same pattern? Yes. Yes. Yeah, so whenever you're doing the lining, you guys, lining is just equal, the jacket minus the facing equals the lining. Okay, so you can always make your own lining by just using those pieces. Sorry, that was lining the wool fabric if I made it up as a coat. Yes. Okay, so if you have a coat and you want to do a coat and you're going over something else, you could just line the sleeves. And I think that's a great way to do it because that will give you a little more slip. Now, keep in mind, if I show you the bottom of my sleeve, again, when I was doing this jacket, I wanted all of these, I wanted the play on the fabric to show. So I'm rolling up the bottom of my sleeve so that I did the blue on the outside and I did the stripe on the inside. So my collar goes back and it shows, and then I rolled up the sleeves with my t-shirt coming out below. So I didn't want that line because I was just rolling it up. If you're just letting the coat go straight down, then sure, you can line that. You can line it to hem it. I took advantage of the fabric being kind of dual-sided by rolling it up and letting those rolls show and exposing the other side. It's a very fun fabric. There's lots of options with it, and it's just cool. Can you please explain what a half-line sleeve is? Yeah, they just line from the shoulder to the elbow, and they actually sew the lining in at the elbow so that you just get the slip, but that it's not lined all the way. It's kind of like when you've seen a lined jacket that's only lined, sometimes I only line the upper portion of the back. And that's simply to like make it hang in a little bit better and get it on a little bit better, but they don't line the whole thing. And it's totally, like I said, when you get out there and all of these variables, there's so many options that, you know, there's no right or wrong. It's just what you like and what works for you and what helps you get the garment off and on. I get to make stylish clothing for my great-granddaughters. New doll. New doll. I have learned so much about pattern making. I'm so looking forward to this. Thanks for teaching us. You're welcome, Judy. Good to hear from you. You're from a little town in Texas, too. And we missed you at the party. Yeah, so you guys, there's lots of variables. I think it's really important as we go into a garment that we think the garment through. I think if anything, you know, part of what I think I want to help you with is how to go through the process of thinking through what you want and recognizing that it's not as staunch as what we've been taught. There's lots of options and lots of variables and lots of ideas we can do. I had a lady get mad at me the other day because she said, you know, just tell me what to do. Don't tell me that it's up to me. I want you to tell me what to do. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. So, you know, she just have to get mad. But anyway, so I just think it's an interesting concept. There are lots of options. And the main thing we can do, you guys, is go shopping. I cannot tell you how important and how helpful it is to go shopping. Because, you know, when we were in New York just last weekend, I took the lady shopping. We met just in 10 minutes, maybe more than that, 20 minutes, whatever. I got all of them, you know, how wide their shoulders should be, their armholes, their sleeves, if they wanted sleeve and sleeve. They could try on those garments so immediately they could have answers. That shopping is really important. It will save you a tremendous amount of time rather than trial and erroring it at home. And I don't know, some of you are very resistant to shopping and very resistant to just going and measuring those clothes, and I would love to change that. I would love to say, no, you know, let's not be resilient to shopping. Let's go shopping. Let's get those numbers. Let's plug them in. Let's understand them. You know, if anything I could do for the new year to get you all, you know, we did a shopping class. I did an online shopping class. I took you all shopping with me. Old school. Can't change. You can change. Yes, you can. You can change. And you must. No, you know, I mean, let's not think of it as change. How about if we just think of it as an update? There we go. We're not going to change. We're just going to get updated. Our systems are going to be updated. Ah, that's a good one. No change, just update. Okay. Oh my gosh. I love shopping and trying on beautiful clothes. I couldn't agree with you more. I could not agree with you more. It is so inspiring for me to go shopping every time my juice is low. People say to me all the time, what do? I go shopping. You know, I go shopping. You know, it doesn't take long. 20 minutes, man, I'm a whole new person. But there's so many ideas out there. It's like amazing. That's why when I go to New York, I only need a couple days. Any more than that, and it's like overkill. A couple days is amazing what it can do. Oh, ladies, you are the best. You are just the best. I cannot tell you how much you all mean to me, how much I enjoy what I'm doing in life. I so much appreciate all of you. We're looking forward. We've got some great new things planned this year. We're going to have some exciting patterns coming out. We're just going to do it better. That's all. We're just going to do it better. So we're not going to change any of you. We're just going to do an update. How's that? I like that. That's our new word. We're just going to get our little systems updated so that we can be ready for the new year. All right. Let me know if I can do anything for you all. Other than that, we have reached our time frame, and I will say happy holidays to all of you. I'll say Merry Christmas. I will say Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, period. Well, don't be too amazed, Marcy. It's not that much. Believe me, my children will tell you. I'm not that smart. Okay. But I appreciate you saying so. You're very kind. And maybe that's why I like being here, because you all will listen to me where my children won't. Okay. Yeah, to all of you guys, good. It's all about fitting. It's all about beautiful clothing and making such a difference. And it's amazing how it's not difficult. We just have to have information that's accurate. That's pretty critical, to have information that's accurate. All right, so we'll say goodnight. Love you all, and we'll see you next week. All right, bye.